Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. My name is Foxymus and I'm going to show you how to get the ultra rare Master Trader achievement. I'm going to try to keep it brief, but this is going to be a pretty long video, so feel free to skip into the parts that you need. So you have to trade for 1,000 emeralds. So I recommend finding a village, making it your home, making sure that it's not an abandoned village, and so this is going to be a little bit of a rundown. So this is like a little micro version. I recommend at least twice this size. So, yeah, you don't want nitwits. They're not going to do you any good. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. If you have iron golems and you want to leave the area, if you're in your survival world with achievements enabled. So let's try that again. Okay, he's a blacksmith for some reason, and there's no... Okay, he's a fisherman. There's not. So they'll change. Okay, so he's going to a farmer. So the compost is his job site. So I'm going to go ahead and follow him. So let's see which one he takes. Okay, so he's going to take that one. So I know that the one on the right is free. And that guy took this one. So what you want to do is, if you do not want these guys to change, and I don't, I recommend trading with them. So for the cartographer, you're going to need sugarcane, and you're going to need, and I repeat, you're going to need to set yourself up a sugarcane farm. Now I'm not able to trade with him, so I'm gonna try survival, and I think this is because it's tutorial world. No, I cannot do it. So if you want certain crops, what I recommend doing, and I'll show you in just a second, and this is a really nice little mechanic. Before you trade with him, what you're gonna need to do is get rid of this job site block. He's going to go to that one. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. Now I'm going to place it down. Make sure that there's no unclaimed job sites, such as another cartography table. Then there you go. So if you want carrots, just keep doing that until he gives you carrots. If you want wheat, etc., etc. So I'm going to place this down later. I don't want him there. So if you want him to stay and there's other job sites, I recommend just getting rid of all the other job sites. Smokers, grindstones, you name it, all of them. So you want to create yourself a little pen here, and eventually what you're going to want to do is trap them inside. So you can do 4 by 4. This one that I'm showing you right now is 4 by 5, but a little bit more resource efficient, be 4 by 4. So he's going to go over there, so I know, okay, that is his job site for that specific villager. And like I just showed, you can trap them in there, and that way when you wake up from the nighttime, you know exactly where they are. So they're not going to be just wandering about. And if you do not wall out your village, they're going to just wander everywhere, and you really don't want that. It's really going to slow down your speed. So I'll say it again. You really want to wall off your village, because if you don't, they're going to wander everywhere, and it's going to be really hard to find them, and it's going to slow this already long achievement down. So in order to breed villagers, you're going to need an extra bed. So since I have 2, you're going to need to have 3, 1 extra, and then you're going to need to give them food. So that's why you want farmers, so they can plant your crops after you harvest them. If you get the crops from the harvested yield, you want to give it back to them. Okay, so that's just a little demonstration. I don't believe they're ever going to breed on this type of world, but you get the idea. So before you close them off, first make sure you trade with them. And then you want to give them a little bit of space, that way they can breed. Now you can set up a little breeder chamber. There's plenty of great guides out there. Silent Whisperer, so that's 2 ERs. Excuse me, has a really good automatic breeding video. Definitely go check them out. Great video guide maker. And it's for the Bedrock edition as well. Okay, so you get the idea. You're going to breed, I recommend 10 to 15 cartographers. You can set it up however you want. This is just a little demonstration. I recommend 4 to 5 farmers, and then for fishermen, 2 to 3. So you're looking at around 20 villagers, and you can keep them as compact as you want. So if you like this little idea, make it about 2 times bigger, and you should be fine. Okay, so the next step is to make your sugarcane farm. I'm not going to bother. I'm pretty sure most of you know how to do that. You just create a diagonal line, and then for every opposite line, you're going to have water placed in there. And you're going to want it to be pretty big, so you're going to have to go and farm sugarcane near the water. And the reason for that is you want a lot of paper so that you can level up to level 2. Now at level 2, Now you're going to need to farm some sand so you can make glass. So you're going to need, you know, charcoal or coal to make it, and put some hoppers in there so you don't have to keep manually putting it in. You can watch my smelter achievement on how to do that. So what you want to do is create yourself a ton of glass panes, and what's nice is at level 2 they will give you that for emeralds, and you can trade it 5 times. So for 50 glass panes is 5 emeralds, and if you have like 15 cartographers, 15 times 5 is, oh gosh, 75, I believe. So this is a little trick, a little gimmick. You can put them in a boat, put a lead on it, and then just guide them in here. That way you don't have to just push them, especially if they're not going to that job site block. And obviously you want to do this one at a time. What I mean by that is you want to do one villager kind of at a time. If they start breeding a whole bunch, then maybe what you want to do is trap the baby villager and his designated area, wherever you prefer. And 2 villagers can fit in one boat, and that can be kind of annoying, but try to get the ones you want in the boat. Okay, so just like this. And so the farmers have 4 different trades that will give you emeralds. The first is like your regular crops: beets, carrots, wheat, potatoes. And then they have pumpkins, 6 pumpkins for an emerald, which is kind of annoying because pumpkins aren't that easy to come by. But watermelon, they trade like, I think 4 or 6 watermelon, and you get a lot of watermelons from mining out a watermelon. So, and then eggs, so it's 16 eggs for one. So having a bunch of cartographers and having a bunch of farmers will yield you in the range of anywhere, depending on how big you make it, to 60 to 100 emeralds a day. So if you have 15 cartographers, that's 75. And then, let's see, if you do the max for the farmers, that's 20 each. And if you do 4 farmers, that's another 80. So you're looking at 155. And then fishermen, now what I recommend, just kind of like in the compost trick, if they give you string, you want coal. Now blacksmiths and armorers are great for coal, but these are better because those guys give you 15 for an emerald, and the fishermen give you 10 for an emerald, so they're much more efficient. So get yourself 2, 3, however many you want, depending on what's your resources. You have to think, okay, how much sugarcane do I have? Now, the number one best way is the cartographer. Now, if you have a bunch of crops and you're into farming, then it's going to be the farmer number 2. But if you have a bunch of coal, then fisherman. So plan it out accordingly, however you want, but you definitely want to have way more cartographers than anything else. Alright, so we are in my home world. I'm just going to give you a little rundown. So here's my glass. Those are all my emeralds that you will definitely get. Here are my farmers. So for farmers, you get 4 possible emeralds. And then pumpkins, there's always pumpkins, it's always watermelon, and then eggs. So I set myself to my automatic farm, hit the button, the dispensers hit water, they will pick up the seeds or the vegetation, and then they will start giving it to each other. That's a good sign that they're going to start breeding. I have made sure that there's plenty of beds, and then they will start planting. I'm just going to let them do their thing, but they will start planting. You do need to harvest it and make sure you give it back to them if they don't pick it up. So over here, I have my cartographers. I've already traded with them. But here, so you get 5. Oh, that guy I already traded with. But you get 5 per trade. That's why I recommended at least 10. And then fishermen, I have it on coal. It's only 10 coal. And this is how you can get I'm a marine biologist achievement, by purchasing that bucket of fish. So now I'm going to show you the footage of me getting my achievement, and you can see the kind of rundown of what I do every day. So here we are in my home world. What I like to do is put a chest outside. I already had a bunch of glass panes in there, so I just go to my cartographers first. I recommend not trading them for 12. It's just more research efficient, but if you just want to get the achievement, then it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you have a bunch of sand. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of emeralds that I'll get. And if you expand your village like I was mentioning earlier, then it will only increase per day. So you're looking at about 150 emeralds today if you decide to stick with this guide and to make it like I showed you. The achievement will be popping up any second, but I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for watching. Be sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, subscribe for more, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.